Makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call me up on
Let's get into this Little Mermaid news, huh? 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 So as the Little Mermaid continues to, by the way, hit the like button if you're coming in and you're just checking in with us. Make sure you hit the like button on Rumble, on YouTube, on Twitch. Make sure that you are letting me know, how you feeling about, the content or whatever the case may be. And we're gonna go ahead and dive right into it. So, notice how it says number one movie in the world, but it got the world crossed out because that was cap, not the number one movie in the world. Why? Because this movie is flopping overseas, ladies and gentlemen. It did decent here in the States, but it still didn't make what it was supposed to make. They thought it was gonna make 134 million. It fell $17 million short. There's an old movie that I used to watch growing up. It's called The Block Party, and there's some gangsters, and they catch up with this dude who owes them some money, and they're beating on this dude in the middle of the street. They're beating on him. And you thinking to yourself as a viewer, man, why they beating this man? And the entire time they beating this man, they going, you $1 short. You $1 short, nigga. They beat the brakes off this man because he was $1 short. That's what Disney's investors are doing to them right now. Beating on them because they're coming up $1 short. Fans and haters turned out to local movie theaters this weekend to be some of the first to see Disney's live-action remake of the 1989 classic, The Little Mermaid. Social media has been hyping this movie up for years, and the results are finally in. The Little Mermaid is a smash hit, in North America at least, which I'm still calling cap, but whatever. Pop Crave announced on Twitter this afternoon that director Rob Marshall's adaptation is currently number one movie in the world. It is not. Fast 10 is. Sorry to say. Sorry to bust y'all bubbles, but it is Fast 10. Sorry. They say referred to all over Twitter as the global phenomenon. Little Mermaid starring Halle Bailey as the red-headed mermaid, Ariel, is projected to make 118 million on its debut weekend, despite the fact that they thought it was going to make 137 million. The Hollywood Reporter notes that it is the Disney's fifth biggest opening of all time and should make another 60 million by Monday. Variety reported The Little Mermaid made 38 million just on the opening day. Overseas markets boycott A Black Mermaid, and of course they're gonna spin it as a race thing. While the film has faced a ton of backlash from Bailey's casting to the CGI quality and plot updates, U.S. audiences are having an overwhelmingly positive reaction to seeing the film in its entirety. Once again, that's cap. Since when did 68% mean overwhelmingly positive? And I know what you're thinking. Well, the audience score says it's a 95%. Dude, that shit has been at 95% since before the movie came out. Do you seriously think, what movie have you seen the last 20 years came out with one score and remained that for damn near 2 weeks? Not now. All you got to do is click. Oh, what's this? Verified audience score. Well, why don't you click on the entire audience score and see what happens? 57 goddamn percent. But it's overwhelmingly positive. You don't get the fuck out of here. Who you think you're talking to? That's the thing. These outlets think they're talking to idiots. Are you an idiot? Let me know in the chat. Are you an idiot? I don't think you're an idiot. Deadline cited racially themed commentary and an effort by internet trolls to bomb ratings of the film online. There have been anti-black social media campaigns, even though there were complaints of whitewashing Haley Bailey and promo posters in China. China wasn't the only country to suffer this discrepancy. France, Germany, and Korea also suffered targeted against The Little Mermaid. In Germany, the film had a 7 out of 10 before it even released in theaters. What are you talking about? So did it did over here in America. But here's the part I really wanted to get into. Movie rating site responds to ratings terrorism. That's what they are calling you if you don't like a film now. They're calling you a terrorist. So you can add that to the list of things that you are now because you don't like the films that they want you to like. You are a racist. You're a misogynist. You're a bigot. You're an outright Nazi. If you're black like me, then you're a coon. You're a sellout. You're a house nigga. You're Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, all of that. And now you can add terrorist onto there. All because you didn't like a film. What do I always talk to y'all about when it comes to, when I say feminine warfare? So for those of you who are new to my platform and haven't been around, let me explain to you what I mean by feminine warfare. Feminine warfare, as I define it, is the use and manipulation of words and their meaning in order to paint a narrative about a specific person or thing or an idea. The context behind this is thousands of years ago, how did we handle conflict? We either came to peace and negotiated, or we went to war. On a micro scale, I walk into a bar, my favorite seat, get my favorite drink. Every night, same time, everybody knows it. I walk in this bar, you in there, and I say, hey, bro, you in my seat. You got a choice. Either you give me my seat or you go, I don't see your name on it, and then we go to blows. Whoever wins, get the seat. On a macro scale, let's say, for instance, Brian Kemp is governor of Georgia, DeSantis is governor of Florida. Up here in Georgia, we practice Christianity. Down there in Florida, they're Muslims. Governor DeSantis gets on the phone and say, hey, Brian Kemp, some of your South Georgians are crossing the border trying to convert some of my people into Christians. What you gonna do about it? Brian Kemp has a choice. Either implement a new law preventing his citizens from doing that, or risk going to war with Governor DeSantis. And that's how we solve problems. But that's between men. Women did not operate this way. Because women they're the weaker sex technically, so they maneuver like snakes in the grass. They fight war through words and manipulation. Well, welcome to a time in the world where war is taboo. Draymond Green, the basketball player for the Golden State Warriors, got into it with a teammate before the season started and knocked the shit out of his teammate. It was all caught on camera. I don't know about y'all. I play football. This happened all the time. We got into fights all the time. That's men. That's how we communicate. We fight each other. We be back cool. Hey, yo, bro, you beat my ass yesterday. That was cool. That's how men communicate. Women don't. Women talk and they manipulate words to make you think words don't mean what they actually mean, and to make you think other words mean something else when they actually mean this. Well, now this society is being run by women, so they can do things like call you a terrorist for not liking a movie. What? So it's very important that you acknowledge what they're trying to do to you. Calling you a terrorist. Do you know what type of implications that has? If you walk out and you say, hey man, I wasn't a big fan of this movie. Oh, that's because you're a terrorist. And now everybody around you who's too stupid to use critical thinking and common sense really think you are a terrorist. The same way, if you watch any of these podcasts, whether it's the Fresh and Fit or the whatever podcast or whatever dating podcast you may watch, and then a woman gets on there and she hears an opinion she don't like, and she's like, oh, you're a misogynist, you hate women. Oh, no, she don't say you hate women. She says you're a misogynist. It sounds like misogynist to me. And then they go, define a misogynist. And they can't define it. Why? Because the definition of the word means nothing. It's the implication of calling you that. They don't like, I've had so many women try to call me a misogynist and can't tell me what the word means, but they'll tell you, I don't know the definition, but you definitely a misogynist. How you gonna call me a misogynist? You don't know what the word means. It's feminine warfare, because the meaning of the word doesn't matter. It's about what the public thinks of the words that they're using. That's how Amber Heard tried to take down Johnny Depp. That's how they tried to take down Trump. That's how they're trying to take down Governor DeSantis. That's why Disney just canceled that lake, whatever it was called, and then they're trying to blame it on Governor DeSantis. Back in the day, if you had a problem with another individual, you had two choices. You either go to war or you talk that shit out. Welcome to America 2023. All right, that was a tangent.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel.